And welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Vern Fuller. Still with me in the studio is Julie Price with Soulard Restoration Group. It's the 39th year for the Soulard Parlor tours. Tell us more about that.
Gosh, well, we are featuring, we used to start out as just a tour of the front parlor, and then as the years went on, people wanted to feature their whole house. So some cases you do only see one or two floors. This year we have a couple of new construction. When you have a new construction in Soulard, since we're a historic district,
sure,
you have to have a model example. So you can't just put up whatever house you want. You have to find a house that looks like what you want and have the plans drawn up to be, in the period that's already existing.
I was going to ask, because a new construction, I mean, the parlor, by definition, is a really old term.
Yes.
You don't find that in a new construction.
No.
Do they have to make plans for having a parlor?
Well, really your parlor is your living room. A lot of the buildings had a pocket door that would open between the main living room area and then the dining room, and then the kitchen would be in back. So opening up your parlor with the pocket doors would just open up the floor plan. So that's what they used to feature with the Christmas decor. Nowadays, you can see almost every floor and what the bedrooms look like, where people actually live, and it is amazing the way that they decorate. It's awesome.
How does this work? Can anyone come down and take the tour? And are people just opening up their homes for showcase?
Our tour is a little bit different than most house tours. We have a main hospitality center. Anybody can come. We don't require a reservation, but we encourage one because the tours do fill up. So if you want to come down at noon on Saturday, you would go online at soulard.org and you can purchase your ticket. It's $23 or $22, and you come to the Jean Slays Boys Club, which is our hospitality center. We have some food there. If you get there early, there's a bazaar going on, so people are selling things that you can buy for Christmas. And then every 20 minutes, we have a tour go out. So we'll call your tour up. It's a heated shuttle bus with a guided tour guide. You go to each building, and you actually get to meet the person that lives there who talks about their house, maybe how they moved to Soulard or what renovations they've done to the building, any ghost stories they may have, just giving you some input of how it looks the way it is, what changes they've made, and how they decorate. So this year we have the St. Peter and Paul rectory is going to be on the tour, which has never been on the tour yet. It's a German Gothic style house that was built about 10 years past, about 1884, where the church itself was more like 1874.
Wow.
And the church has been on before. So we have the rectory there. We have, like I said, 2 new constructions, so you can see how they did mimic what's existing. And then 3 older renovated houses. And one of them is an alley house that you can actually rent out, kind of a vacation by owner. So if you know something's going on in Soulard and you want to have your own accommodations, kind of like your own apartment, you can rent it out for the night. So that's kind of neat. So we're going to show that. And then we are featuring one house that is 5 floors. It's 3 full stories and then 2 basements. There's a basement and then a sub-basement underneath, which will feature what the tunnels look like underneath the houses on that street.
That's amazing. And we were talking in the green room, the tunnels are from the era of Prohibition?
Prohibition, there were at one point over 90 breweries in Soulard. So, and they're mostly on the southern side of the neighborhood. So there's a huge tunnel system underneath. And I know the Anheuser-Busch and the Lemp Brewery were using those tunnels to bring in materials. There's still a train that comes into Anheuser-Busch bringing materials from the river, and then they use those tunnels. So most of the tunnels have been blocked off. I remember hearing stories that homeless people back in the day would come through the tunnels underneath, and then all of a sudden they're in your house in your basement, so they, you know, block them all off. But you can see with the tunnel, it's an archway brick tunnel, and it's pretty special.
Julie, thank you so much for coming on and giving us all this wonderful information. Thanks to Julie Price for giving this information on the Soulard Parlor Tour. We need to take a break. Stay tuned. More STL TV Live is coming up right after this.